2 hours. And then also, if you're not a morning person and you don't like eating huge meals when you first wake up or you don't feel hungry, opt for a smoothie or a yogurt. It's quickly digested. It doesn't feel as heavy as waking up and eating a huge breakfast. It's quick if you need to go somewhere in a rush. But really make sure we don't want to skip breakfast during these 6 weeks. And if you are going to be traveling in the next 6 weeks, make sure that you try to plan ahead. If you're driving, pack some snacks or meals for yourself. If you're going somewhere and you know you're going to be eating out a lot, try to look at the restaurants you might go to. Try to look at the menu ahead of time and see if you can still work it into your meal plan. Most restaurants have healthier options. If you have questions and you have time, you can feel free to send me over the menu and I can look at it with y'all or anything like that. Hydration, we've already talked about this a little bit. Water plays a huge role in our weight loss and in our performance. We want to make sure we're getting at least 80 ounces a day. With these workouts here, more than that. So definitely make sure you're getting a lot of water. If you don't like water or you don't like the taste or you get bored of it, then put some fruit in it. You can put some, cucumbers and mint in it. You can put some, I like to put cucumbers, mint, and chia seeds in my water, so I get those omega-3s also. But anything that kind of spices up your water for you and makes it more enjoyable for you to drink. You can try sparkling water. There's a lot of different things you can do with your water. So make sure you're getting that in any way that you can. Alcohol. We want to stay away from cocktails or mixed drinks. Anything that has those mixers that's going to be really high in sugar and calories. Drinks like our margaritas. We're gonna stay away from them during the 6 weeks. Just because.
Realistic though. We gotta be realistic.
We're giving you a glass of wine. If you need something, we're gonna try to opt for a glass of wine, a light beer, even a spirit mixed with a club soda. And if you are having more than one, have water in between it. It's a good way to help kind of flush it out and it's not just sitting there. And we aren't going to be there with you every second knocking drinks out of your hand. But the closer you stick with the plan, the better your results are going to be. And we all want the optimum results for this. So just keep that in mind. We want y'all to succeed. So follow it as closely as you can.
I have a question.
Yes.
How much does the plan cost if you will be there knocking drinks out? Does that cost extra?
Yes. Eating around your workouts. If you are someone who comes to the 5 a.m. classes here or you like to work out in the morning, it's still good to eat before your workout. That would be a good time to grab a smoothie on your way out because it is easier to digest quickly. So a smoothie or yogurt, something like that you can grab real fast. And then as far as protein goes, I know a few of you have asked about proteins. There's a ton of different protein powders out there. If you are already using some or you have some ideas you want to try, you can just let me know. I'm not going to do a full review of every protein powder that there is, but I know that Ascent is a good one. It's the one pictured here. It's a clean one. There's no artificial additives in it. So if you have any more questions about that, feel free to bring them to me, but I know that that's a good one. And coffee. So whenever we think about drinking coffee, we should be mindful of how many cups a day we're drinking, and we should be thinking about what we're putting in it. And whenever you're logging your food, it's going to be really important to make sure that you are including whatever you're putting in your coffee, because that's going to be a real sneaky way to get those calories and sugars. If you're putting a ton of cream in it, that's going to be probably more than you think it is. You could put things like almond milk or coconut milk in your coffee. That's going to help out a little bit if you don't like to drink it black. Drinks that you get at like Starbucks are typically very high in calories and sugar. I'm not saying time to boycott Starbucks though. There's good options there. You can just get coconut milk added to your coffee at Starbucks and it's still the good Starbucks coffee, and we're avoiding all those sugars. And then also the earlier in the day you drink your coffee, it's going to be better for you and it's going to help you drink less of it if you are someone who drinks a lot of coffee. So try to drink 1 cup in the morning and then go the rest of your day without it if you can. And then sleeping. It's really important to try to get at least 6 to 7 hours of sleep a night. Whenever you aren't getting enough sleep, it affects your hormones. So Your cortisol hormone, which is your stress hormone, is going to be increased. Your hormone that affects your hunger is going to be increased, and your hormone that keeps you satisfied is going to be decreased. So if you're going through your whole day feeling stressed, hungry, and not satisfied, you're not going to make great options for food, you're not going to work out as well as you could. It's going to affect a lot of things. So we want to really try to make sure we're getting enough sleep, and it's going to help your body recover after tough workouts as well. So that's something to really try to do. So your next steps for the challenge and what it's actually going to look like. We have this weekly tracker. You're going to get one of these every week, and you're going to turn it into us every week for to be considered to be a winner. So basically all you have to do is put a check mark. So on Monday, if you eat everything on the meal plan, you get a check mark. Things like stress relief, that one's going to look different obviously for everyone, but we just want you to be mindful of that as you're going through this. So if one day you take a walk, or if one day you go and sit outside, or girls, if one day you go get your nails done, things like that, then you can put a check mark. Just so you're thinking about it, different little ways to relieve stress. It doesn't have to be a 5-hour trip to the spa or anything like that, just a quick little reminder. It could be. And then as far as omega-3 supplements, we want to make sure that we're getting our nutrients from food sources. If you're already taking an omega-3 supplement for some reason, you can check it off for that. But this isn't saying to go buy supplements. If you include chia seeds into your oatmeal, then you can check that off. If you put flaxseed in your smoothie, you can check that off. We still want to we want to emphasize omega-3s because they are so important, but we're not necessarily saying to go buy supplements. So anytime you can sneak it into your diet in any way, then that's what counts for that. So the winner is going to be based on participation. That's going to be turning in those weekly tracking sheets, communicating with us on the app, and we're going to have many challenges throughout the workout, so it's going to be participation in those as well. And then the results are going to be based on percentage, not on numbers, because everyone is going to kind of change differently, so we're going to be doing it off of percentages, not off of cold numbers. And then the winning prize is going to be a 3-month ongoing nutrition coaching. So you're going to get 4 weeks of customized meal plans. I know that the meal plan for this one is more of a base to get you all started. But then as we move on from the 6-week challenge is when you're going to move into ongoing coaching, and we're going to get into the personalized, customized nutrition aspect of all of it. So you're going to get 4 weeks of customized meal plans. You're going to get to do the InBody again. You'll get a nutrition handbook and accountability binder. And you'll also get weekly virtual check-ins and bi-weekly visits in person. And that's all. Are there any questions? Yes.
Did I miss where you talked about bread somewhere? I didn't see bread anywhere in the diet. There's wheat bread.
Yeah, that's gonna be the carbohydrates that we're gonna try to limit. We want to emphasize other starches instead of bread, so like your rice and your quinoa and those kinds of things. Bread, we don't really want to emphasize in our diet.
So you're saying no bread?
Yeah, it's under the one that we want to limit it. If you have toast, you're not failing. But we do want to try to keep it at a minimum and be conscious of it.
Don't have a sandwich every day.
Yeah.
The post-recovery you had on, is that post-recovery after a workout?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So.
And they have that provided in the meal plan every day. There's different post-recovery snacks.
Okay,
what are your thoughts on the monk-free sugar? It's like a new thing. Versus stevia, because I like the taste of that.
Yeah. My thoughts about sugar are the same across the board.
I mean, I just mean coffee, okay? I'm not
Yeah. Again, we want to try to limit that. Sugar turns into fat really easily.
So is it better to have actual sugar instead of like a substitute though?
It's better to have things like honey or agave or things like that, but it's better to still not have much. Yes.
I am concerned if we're trying to say, well, let's say for those that are trying to lose, I'm concerned that sticking to the strictness of the diet will really impact the quality of the workout. Like I could easily see myself being fatigued and just no energy. The food portions are pretty small.
They're small, but they're consistent throughout the day, and they're not, from what I have looked at them, they're gonna keep you, the meal plans were created to fuel workouts as well. So I think if you try it out, you'll be surprised by the energy you're getting, because it is all really sustainable energy since it's coming from whole foods.
So I noticed that they have a lot of like deli meat. So if you don't like stuff like that, like what can you substitute out? Or if you want to do vegetarian, basically.
If you want to do vegetarian, we'll have to go a little bit more in detail about
Yeah.
that meal plan. But like I said, as long as you're trying to substitute in the same family, so since your deli meats are your proteins, try to substitute for another protein.
Right.
Vegetarian, though, is kind of a little bit different. So if you wanted to do that, we could talk. Yes, ma'am?
How about, I'm not quite sure, so we already did our weigh-in. So do you not weigh in until the end?
We're gonna
So
do
we
weigh-in
won't
at the
do-
end.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll be communicating with y'all through the app and everything. We'll be meeting with y'all about your weekly tracking sheets and stuff like that. So it's not like we're not gonna see you again until after the 6 weeks is up, but yeah, we're gonna wait to do the in-body till the end. Yes, ma'am.
I mean, let's say you travel 50% of the time, this thing's going on.